At around 8:30 a.m., I wake up, go downstairs to feed Nova, and usually make Madeline some coffee before she heads to work. But since I have today off, it being spring break, she asked if I could bring her coffee instead. So after getting ready and delivering the coffee, it's around 10 a.m. and it's time for me to start composing. Today I'm finishing up a piece for concert band which is being commissioned by Consortium, where several different high schools and middle schools from around the country contributed to the creation of this piece. Today is Friday and delivery is on Monday, and I admittedly didn't quite have my middle section that well put together, so that means it's crunch time. I'm working out some harmony for a line that I had come up with so that the music doesn't stall, and instead is progressing forward. When I write, I tend to write the middle section slower in pace, and that's something I'm actively trying to work on and make sure it doesn't happen in this. I want to keep momentum in the piece, always continually driving forward. I also came up with an idea that I really like, so I'm putting that in and figuring out how to make it work, making decisions like orchestration as I'm putting it in because I pretty much know what I want it to sound like. Now I'm listening to it through air conducting as I usually do so I can imagine it in front of an ensemble. And I work until it's lunchtime, where I usually will cook something for Madeline and I for when she gets home. Today, I'm making chicken wraps, so I'm seasoning the chicken, cooking it, and heating up some wrap-style keto-friendly tortillas. Not that we are keto, but just cutting back on some carbs. After the chicken is done, I slice it up, put a little dressing on the tortilla, and then put in the chicken, a little cheese, and some greens. Since I didn't make that many dishes anyway, I just decided to go ahead and wash them now instead of leaving them for myself for later when more start to pile up. Then, back to the studio. So as you can see, I'm in a new place. We moved into this place a couple of weeks ago, and one of the advantages of this place that we're now in is that I get to have my own room to set up my whole studio, which I'm so grateful for because, man, it was just really frustrating to be in the dining room at all times whenever I wanted to work in any capacity. So let me show you the room real quick. So I still have my desk that I had before. I am thinking of upgrading it soon. With this new space, I was able to get my studio monitors on stands. So they're on these relatively cheap monitor stands, but they're holding them well enough. I also have gotten this new studio light to light up the room from the front so that I'm not tethered to just the light from outside the window at all times. My piano is over there. I moved it from the other side only because when you enter the room, it was kind of like in the middle right there. But I'm thinking of moving it back because I think I prefer the piano to the right rather than to the left. Ideally, it would be in front of me, but I don't have a drawer to put it on, so I would have to stretch really far in order to play it. I also have my old bookshelf back. As soon as I fill this like to the brim, I'm thinking of getting a bigger one, but I have a few knickknacks and things I like up here. Some Funko Pop figures. That's a Buzz Lightyear action figure from when I was like a little kid. This is Conan O'Brien, Bullseye, and Indy, and a Moon Knight pop figure. Also have this drum head signed by Bernie Dressel, who is a studio drum set player. If you don't know who he is, look him up because you've surely listened to soundtracks where he plays drum set. Here I have some Lego Star Wars. This is an X-Wing. Here's Tamir, which if you don't know is a main character on Sesame Street who is played by my best friend Bradley. This right here is a fairly new addition. This is a lead sheet of Can't Catch Me Now by Olivia Rodrigo, which was written for the newest Hunger Games prequel. And I don't know if any other members of the SEL got this, probably, but she sent out this signed copy of the lead sheet, and I got it in the mail in a protected envelope, and I looked closely at the signature, and it looks like it was drawn specifically on there. I had gotten some other ones that were clearly very pixelated and were copies and sent in unprotected folders. So as far as I can tell, that's a legitimate autograph by Olivia Rodrigo, who I'm a big fan of. And so I framed it and put it up here. I have a few books on music, on creativity, jazz. I have a few comics down here, some French books that I've had for a long time, some film scores and film books, and some method books, sheet music, Ratatouille, the Art of book. It's a rain stick right there. Now I have my little instrument corner here. There is a darbuka, which is an Egyptian drum, which I picked up when I traveled to Egypt. You can check out that vlog right here, and I even show me learning it from a local man. Electric guitar, which I've had for a long time, and a marching snare drum, which I won in a competition, composition competition. On top of it is this Rookie of the Year little wooden plaque from my time at the Troopers. Drum and bugle corps, if you know what DCI is, that's what that is. Also have my diploma down there. Not entirely sure where in the room I want it yet. I want to put some acoustic treatment up on the walls, or at least on either side of my listening position. Only problem is this room has one window in the middle and 3 doors in it. So it has its own bathroom because this is a separate bedroom. Here's the entrance to outside, and that's a closet. So I could put a panel over there on that side, no problem, but I'd have to figure something out for this because where I would want to put a panel is like pretty much on here, and I can't mount something there. So maybe I'll have to have it on a free stand or something so that it works out. Also want to try and figure out how I can dress up the studio a little more. I want a plant in here, maybe like a table on that side. Once I move the piano over, new desk to sort of get the piano out of the way, something in the corner there. I'm thinking of moving that light to the other side over here, stuff like that. But I'm very, very grateful to have this room to myself to work on everything that I need to work on. What I'm gonna do now is work on some video editing because I'm really behind on content for the channel. I'm filming this video today, but it's been a while since I've worked on the channel. Since I have some time right now, I'll spend a little time. I'm working on a vlog. By the time you watch this video, this will already be out. It is this right here, so go and check that out. Almost done with this, and then I have another video that I shot already several weeks ago that I need to edit. As soon as I'm done with that, I'll work on this. After a couple more hours of editing and some light writing, I decide it's time for some exercise. So I head to the gym. I had been really good about going to the gym consistently for a while until we moved, when all of our time was busy doing that. So now that we're pretty much settled in, it's time to get back to it. I've mentioned that I think some kind of exercise is essential for my overall health, since otherwise I'd be sitting in a chair all day. I like to maintain general fitness, so some weight training is about all I do in all areas of my body, which I track with an app, which also gives me workouts depending on my needs and the day. Then Madeline gets home and we decide to be bad and just go get wings for dinner. And though I usually go for mango habanero, I decide to go mild this evening and go with lemon pepper. That evening, we decide to watch a movie we've never seen before, so we go with Zodiac from 2007, directed by David Fincher. It was pretty spooky and well made, though it did feel a bit long. We ended up finishing around 1 a.m., but we didn't feel too bad about that since it was Friday night anyway. Then it was time to go to bed. That's it for my day. Let me know if you want to see more of these, and until next time, take care.